Good morning, everyone. I think we will start now. Okay, so Firebase, Advait has taken a calendar which is uses SQLite, and we are going to use now Firebase. So you will get basic information about Firebase. But first of all, myself Prasanna Raj Patil, and I am from BCom. I am a technical head in ACES. So let's start. Why Firebase actually? What is Firebase actually? Firebase is a platform which is developed by Google, which helps us to develop mobile and web applications. And Firebase is actually a backend as a service, that is BaaS platform. So Firebase helps a lot and reduces much more time of us to develop API for our backend, because it itself gives a backend service which is their API. So this is the first reason why people use Firebase. Then second is Firebase real-time database and Firebase Cloud Firestore. So what is real-time database? So real-time database is I will take ahead. And the fourth main point is that authentication. Firebase yeah, gives authentication part, which is a very basic and very nice. It has many methods. I will tell you that how many methods are there. So let's start. What is real-time database? So Advait has taken your SQLite calendar app using SQLite. So yesterday, someone asked one question that I am when I run this app on my physical phone, it isn't showing any list, but when I use AVD, it is showing list. So what happened when he used his mobile phone, that is suppose user A, and he will add that event into the SQLite. So that SQLite database is only accessible for that user. That is, user A can access only the SQLite A. That is, user B can access only the database SQLite B. So what happened when he added database into his AVD? That database was different, and his mobile database was different. So there was problem that he was unable to see the list on mobile. So when he will add the database on his mobile, it will be displayed on his mobile. So this is how SQLite works. There is no connection between two separate mobiles or users. It has only one connection. So now, what is Firebase? So Firebase gives us a real-time database. That is, it is a central database, and this database is accessible for every user connected to that. So user A, B, C, D are connected to central database. So what happens when user A suppose puts data into central database? It is immediately accessible to all the users which are connected to that central database. So now user A, B, C, D can access that data one, which is put by user A. So this is real-time database, and Firestore provides real-time database in two parts. That is, first is real-time database and second is cloud Firestore. So in real-time database, it uses JSON tree, and in cloud Firestore, it actually stores on the cloud, and the data structure of cloud Firestore is in collection and document. We will see that structure ahead. So now let's start with app. So if suppose anyone hasn't cloned our repository, I will show you how to clone the repository. So now what I am doing, I am on our repository link which we have provided in the beginning. So I will go here in the code, and I will copy this HTTPS link. And what I will do, I will go where I want to clone this repository, and I will git bash here. So if you have git bash, it's fine, or you have to install git bash here. And when I will git bash here, I will use this, that is git clone, and I will paste the repository name that I have copied from there, and I will enter. So this command will clone my repository on my local desktop. So now I have my code on the local desktop, and then I will change directory into the project, so Android Workshop Calendar app. So after I enter into that directory, it's showing me the branch, so master. So now I am here. Okay, so this is the Advait's app which he has created day before yesterday. So we will start developing on this. Okay. So let's start. Okay. Just a minute. I have to copy. Okay. So okay. Okay. So we will first I will show you how to connect Firebase to our project. So okay, first we will here it shows tools. So in tools there is a Firebase option. So we will go on that Firebase option. So now here we are adding authentication and Firestore. So first I will click on authentication, and here these are the steps automatically provided by Android Studio. So here it is given that connect to Firebase. We are not connected to Firebase. So what will we do? We will click on this connect to Firebase. So it's launching Firebase console. So now this is my Firebase console. Created some projects, so that will be shown here. Am I audible, Pranita?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, okay, okay. But we will create a new project here. So I will give project name as calendar app, and I will continue. So this is Google Analytics. We will enable Google Analytics. Okay, and now here is the create account and location for our database. So I think uh, India. Yeah, we will have to accept their terms, and then we will create project. So it's creating project. So our new project is ready, and we will continue. So now it will connect it to our Android Studio. A year ago, we have to do these all steps, but now Android Studio has included these steps into their SDK, so we don't have to do anything much extra. Just we have to do this, and now we will connect. So now Firebase is now connected to our Android Studio project. So it is showing here. Your Android Studio project is connected to your Firebase Android app. That's good. So I will open Firestore, Firebase. So now here on okay. So now here in Android Studio, it's showing me that connect your app to Firebase and it is connected. So now this project is connected to Firebase. Now we will add authentication class to our this app. So to add for authentication class in our app, it's showing what changes we have to do. So these are project level build Gradles, and it will automatically add this part into that Gradle. And this is app level Gradle, and it will add these 4 lines into the Gradle. We have to just accept the changes. So now the Gradles are updated, so they will update now. So here below, it's showing Gradle build model. So the Gradle is updating. So Gradle is updated and now it's showing dependencies set up correctly. So now our authentication class is dependency is connected to this part. So now I will show you calendar application authentication types. I will show you now authentication types. So for authentication, so this is new project, so we have to click on get started. So now here are the sign-in methods provided by Firebase. So the first is email and password. We can sign in using email and password. We can use phone and password. Directly you log in through Google, play games, Game Center, Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, Yahoo, Microsoft, Apple, and we can log in as anonymously. But all these methods are disabled. I think I will use this email and password method. So I will enable this method. So now email and password method is enabled. So we will use this. Also, there are some advanced options such as one account per email address. So this is the by default condition they have option they have given that one account per email address. So I will not change that. We will use that. Also manage sign up quota. So here is their current quota per hour. So according to this the 100 new users can sign up per hour on our application. So this is about authentication, and this is users information, where when users create new account, that information will be displayed here, that is identifier, providers, then when they created account, when last they sign in, and the users unique ID. So let's start. Okay. Also I will just okay, Firestore, we will take Firestore next. So now what we will do, we will add new activity. So we will add empty activity. Name will be sign up. and this will be our launcher activity for now. So okay, we will use language Java and target source set main set. Okay, so finish. Okay, okay, so now we have created sign up activity new. So what I will do, I will just go on Firebase. So now here I will just copy this text sign up. Okay, so this is my sign up activities code. So I will just copy this code. So now my design will be like this: text view, full name, email ID, password, phone. So okay, so text view, for text view, I will add font. Font is not there, so I will just add font. Font okay. Font family. Okay, yeah. So I will be using a clone here. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Fine. This is added. So now this is but this is very simple. So what I will do, I will add a background image to this, so it will look nice. So and what I will do, I will copy the image and I will paste it into drawables. So here in main Java resources drawables, I will paste it here. So now I have this image, background image one JPG. So now we will add it to the background. So now for background, what I will do, I will use background. I will add this image to background. So now our application will look like this. So this is something different. So I have added this background image, so it looks very nice now. So the UI design has been created. So I will just show you the code. So I have added background image. Then I have added a text view which shows a text calendar app. Then I have added another text view which shows create new account. Then we need text editors to take input such as full name, email ID, phone number, and password. So the first text edit text has added which gives him that full name. So it will take full name of the user. So next edit text takes email ID of the user. Next edit text will take password which user will add, and next edit text will take phone number. And there is one button down there which is has text that registered. So this will register the user on our Firebase authentication. And below that, we add, there is always one line that already registered login here. So for that, I have added two text views. So first is already registered, and next is login here. So it will look like this: already registered, login here. So when we will log in here, we will click on login here, we will be directed to login page. So we will see that ahead. And below there is one progress bar. So why I have taken progress bar? When user will click on register, there is a 3 to 4 seconds pause to register on Firebase authentication, and then go ahead and start main activity. So in that case, user will think that the screen has hanged or something. So for that, we are using progress bar. So it will show that progress is going on in the backend. So this is UI. So now we will see the backend. So for backend now, sign up. So first of all, I will add all the variables, global variables we will require. So now we will require one string tag for log. Then we will need edit text variable. So we haven't added this, we haven't imported this class reference. So what we will do, we will alt enter. So it will import that class, edit text class. Search same for button, text view, progress bar. So what I am doing, I am using alt, left alt plus enter. So it's importing these classes. Okay, okay. So we haven't added dependency of Firestore. Okay. String UID. Okay, so we have taken all the global variables we will require. Now what we will do, we will add the references. So what I am doing, I am adding all the references, that is full names, text editors, references stored in this variable. Same for email ID, password, phone, register button, and login button. So I have taken all the UI elements references into these variables. So now also I have taken the instance of Firebase authentication. So in Firebase, there is Firebase auth class, and this is its object. So I am taking the instance of our Firebase auth class reference instance into this. So it will give the instance of our Firebase auth, that is this Firebase auth. Okay, and I have taken progress bar reference into the variable. Okay, so now what we will do, we will add the method. So okay, so what I have done is I have taken a method when that is set on click listener on register button. So when user will click on register button, this method will get called. So we will do all our registration backend program in this. So first of all, what I am doing, that what the user has given the input in this edit text, full name, email ID, password, and phone. So I am taking this. Okay. So, okay. So I am taking the text of email that has user entered into the string email. So same for full name, phone, and password. So I have taken all the information in the strings, that is email, full name, phone, and password. Now we will check some conditions that these conditions have fulfilled or not. So for that, what I am doing, that I am first checking whether the email ID is empty or not. So if user haven't type any email ID, it will set error that email is required. So user has to add email in that edit text. So first condition will be check this, that is email is empty or not. Second condition will be check that password is empty or not. So user has to enter password. Also for Firebase, it requires minimum 6 characters. Otherwise, user will not be created in Firebase. So we are also checking that condition whether password length is less than 6 or not. So if the password length is less than 6, it will set error that password must be greater than or equal to 6 characters. So user can add 6 characters or many more. And also we will checking whether the phone it has empty or not. And now we are going to start process. So what I am doing, I have visibility. I have added the visibility of progress bar as a visible. So first the our progress bar was invisible. I will show you that. So this is our progress bar, and at the bottom of these attributes there is a visibility, and I have added that as invisible. So that was invisible at the first. So now when we will start our registration process, I am adding its visibility as a visible. So now this progress bar will be visible on screen. And now what I am doing, I am using Firebase auth function, that is create user with email and password. So this Firebase auth is object of Firebase auth class, and this is its one function, and it requires the two parameters that are email and password. And in email and password, after this function is called, I am adding a listener, that complete listener. So there are mainly three types of listeners in Firebase. One is add-on complete listener, one is add-on success listener, and one is add-on failure listener. So suppose this task, that is create user with email and password, I have given to Firebase. So this task is completed, then this function, that is add-on complete listener, will be called. Suppose the given task is successful, at that time we can add one another listener, that is add-on success listener. So when the task will be successful, that listener will be called. And also if this given task is failed, so for that we have one listener, that is add-on failure listener. So at the time of failed task, it will call the failure listener. So what is the difference between success listener and complete listener? So success listener will be called only when the task is successful by the Firebase, and complete listener will be called when task is completed, whether it's succeeded or failed. So it will not show whether it is succeeded or failed, it will just show that task is completed. Okay, so when this task, that is create user with email and password, will be completed, this method will be called, that is on complete. So in this complete function, we are checking whether the task is successful or not. So now we will get information that this task, that is create user with email and password, is successful or not. If it is successful, then we will go ahead and can do this code, our code here. So in that case, we will get the success and failure both in the same listener, that is in add-on complete listener. Otherwise, what we will have to do, that we will see that later. I have used both on success listener and failure listener. So now if the task is successful, it will show that task is successful as true. So what we will do, so now the user has created, so Firebase auth has that current user which just have created. So what I am doing, I am using the Firebase user class and I am creating its object, and I am taking the current user from the Firebase auth. So now the current user will be the newest user which we have created using email and password. So the information about that user will be stored in this Firebase user object. So now for verification, what I will do, I will use that users object and I will send email verification. So now the verification email will be sent to that email which user has given. So we can verify its the given email is real or not. For that, I am sending the email verification, and here I have used on success listener and on failure listener. So in this case, I had to use two listeners because if the task is successful, then it will not tell us whether it will not call failure. So we can't know if task is not successful, then we will not get informed knowledge about it is failed or not. So I am adding the failure listener as well here. So if the email verification task is successful, then this on success method will be called, and I am toasting here that verification email has been sent. And if this task is failed, then the on failure listener will be called, and it will call this function, that is on failure. And what I will do, I'm not toasting this, I'm just giving this information to logcat, that is on failure email not sent, and what is the exception. So this is for sending email verification. This part is for email verification. So now what I will do, I will take as I told you, when we will create a new user in authentication, every user will have unique ID, that is your UID. So it will be unique for every user. So what I am doing, the authentication has some cons, that is we can't store information about users in this. We can only store email and password. So what I am doing, I am creating the database for users information on Firestore, and we will add information to that. So for that,
Prasanna, everyone, sorry to interrupt, but if anyone has any questions until now, or if you have missed any steps, you can ask him.
yeah, okay,
We
I
will
will.
wait for you.
Uh, you
You
can
can
answer.
unmute yourself or type it in the chat box.
So guys, do you understood till here, or do you have any questions? You can unmute and ask if you have any. I don't want one-way conversation here. You can ask your doubts, so we will solve that. Okay, we will wait for 2 to 3 minutes more, and then we will start next day. So guys, just type in chat, am I going too fast or too slow? Just if I am going too fast, please type yes. So I will get about that. If you think I am going too fast, then please type yes. Okay, Sunanda has responded. Okay, okay, okay. We will continue then. So now, yeah. Okay. So Firestore. We will start with Firestore. So what is Firestore? Firestore stores our data and it uses collection document type to store data. So when our database will be complex, at that time we can use Firestore because it simplifies using collection document part, and that is very useful for complex database. And if our database is simple, then we can use real-time database. So I will create. So we are using it for testing, so I will use test mode here, and it shows the rules that for test mode it allows read and write if the time is for 30 days. So after 30 days it will not be allow any user to read or write. So this gives allow read and write, that anyone can read or write our information or into the Firestore. So for that, this rule is given, and till when, that is the date here given, that is 12 December 2020. So for 30 days, this is given. So next, so now we have to add location for our cloud Firestore. So what I will do, I will use US Central, okay, and I will enable. So now our Firestore location, cloud location will be at US Central. So it's multi-regional. Also, the real-time database is single regional. So the our region, we will have to find out what is our region, and that region's code will we have to put in real time. But in Cloud Firestore, two locations are multi-regional, so any region can use these locations. So I have used that one, that is US Central. So now here my Cloud Firestore is created. So now I will just show you how Firestore data structure is. So for Firestore data structure, what is there? So we will have first collections. So I have just added only one collection, but it can have multiple collections, collection one, collection two. And inside a collection, we can have documents, multiple documents, that is document one, document two, or many more. And inside documents we can add our data, or we can add sub collections, that is collect sub collection one, two, or many. And inside these collections we can add documents, again documents. So this is the structure of Firestore database. So if you are there is one condition, that if you are on sub collection and if you add data into this part, so what it will do, it will create a document with any random name, and it will add that part to document. So make sure you are on the document part, and then you will add database. So what is why I am suggesting this, because when the document is created with random name, it will be difficult for us to find our data correctly. So for that, I am just saying this. So I will just give one example which we will use. So I have used the structure like this, that I have added the events collection. So inside events collection, I have used documents that is for years. So for 2020, 2019, 2018, such collections, such documents will be stored in this event collection. And inside these documents, what I am doing, I am creating sub collections using day and month. So inside a 2020, if I want to store today's event, so what will be my the date will be 12/11. So this will be today's date. So my sub collection name will be 12/11, and inside that, what I am doing, so for one day I can have multiple events. So what I am doing, for document name I am using the time, that is hour and minutes. So for 2 days, that is 12/11, I am using time 10, and inside 1000. In this document I am adding the my data, that is event title, which will be Android Workshop 3, and location will be Google Meet. So in this manner I can access my information very easily. That is, inside events, year is 2020, date event date is 12 November, and timing will be 10. So for that 10, what I have Android Workshop 3, and it is on Google Meet. So this is how we are going to create our structure, Firestore structure for today. So let's start. Okay, so now we will have to add dependencies of Firestore. So our Firebase is connected, but we have to add dependency of Firestore to this app. So what's it's doing? It's adding dependency into the app level build Gradle, and that dependency lines will be added automatically. We will have to just click on accept changes. So now here it's showing that Gradle project is syncing. Okay. So now our dependency is added. So Firestore is set up to use in our project. So now what I will do, I will just go up and I will create Firebase Firestore object. So Firebase Firestore is a class of Firebase, and we have created object of that class, and now I am giving the instance to this object. So now our project's Firebase instance is stored in this object, Firebase Firestore. Okay, now I will start here. So what I have done, that I have taken unique ID of the user which we have just created here using email and password. So that unique ID is stored in this string user ID. So for storing the information about user, what I am doing, I am creating a collection named users, and inside that collection I am creating the document with name user ID. So now user ID is unique for every user. So in this document will be created uniquely for every user. So that's why I am doing this. So collection will be my user, and document name will be unique user ID for every user. So I have taken the reference of this document of Firestore. So this is the document reference of Firestore document, and I have created one object of that class, and I have taken the reference of the document, which will be this, that is on Firestore in user collection, and the document name will be user ID. Okay, so the document reference we have taken. Now what I am doing, I am creating one hash map. So for hash map, what we want, that of string and object, and I have given the name object, that user, and I have created the hash map. So inside this user, I have put the values such as full name and the string which I have taken from user, which is right here. Here, full name, the text which user has typed into the text edit. So we have taken that string under this is a key value pair. So this is key, that is full name, and this is its value, user's full name. So now the key is email, and user's email, and phone number, user's phone number. Okay, so I have created this hash map, and now I will set this hash map into our document which we have created, that is using user unique ID. So for that, inside that document reference, what I am doing, document reference dot set. So now this information, that is hash map, will be set into this document. So I am setting what I want to set, that this in hash map, user hash map. So now this information, user information, will be added to our database. And also I have added the listener. So if the task is successful, this success listener will be called. And what I am doing, I am just showing the information that on success user profile is created, and for user ID, unique user ID. And if the task is failed, then the failure listener will be called, and we will show into the log that on failure what was the exception. So this is how we will store our users information into Firestore, because the authentication, Firebase authentication, don't give us the part where we can store the users information, and the users information is must for us. Okay, and after storing the user's information, what I am doing, I am the sign up process is completed. So now we can go to the new activity, that is our main activity of calendar. So I am starting the activity, that is main activity, which will be our calendar Advait has taken. So this is for if the task of creating user with email and password is successful, then this code will be run. So if the task is not successful, that is if it is failed, then what we'll do, it will go into the else part, and it will just toast that error and what is the exception. And the progress bar, because task is failed, the progress bar visibility will be gone. So now progress bar on the screen will be gone. So this is for creating user using email and password. And for now, what I have done, that here, okay, so on failure, so where is this? Okay, created complete listener. After that, we don't need actually this on failure listener, we don't need actually this because we have completed this part here. So you can comment this part or you can delete this part. It is same as this else part. As I have okay, as I have told you that in complete listener, we can add both whether the task is successful or not. But when we will use success listener, we will have to add failure listener, because those are both different methods. So for that I have added this, that is this part which is add on failure listener is completely equal to this else part. Okay, so sign up is done here. So anyone have any questions? Please ask me. Okay, okay, Vinit. Okay, we will start. Okay, so what I will do, I will run this part in activity. Okay, so I will run this application on my phone. I will just share my mobile screen.
Sorry to jump in. Guys, actually, having less people in this meet would be advantageous to you all because we can solve your personal doubts as well. So, if you guys have any doubts, please feel free to ask. We will be solving those. And Firebase is an important part of Android application. And when I started with Firebase, I faced a lot of errors. So if you are facing any errors, or maybe for the third year guys who are working on the mini projects, if you are facing any errors, please feel free to ask. I guess no questions then. Prasanna, you can
Yes, I'm
yeah,
continuing.
you can continue then.
Just give me a minute. I will share my mobile screen. Okay, sorry. So I have some technical issues of phone, so I will show you. I will show it to you later. So we will just add sign in, and then we will see how it will work. So what I am doing, I will add new activity for login. Okay, so I will add it as a launcher activity and finish. Okay, so we have added login activity here. So we will add our code here. I will just copy login part. So so and we will add background which will be the image I have taken. So now our UI will look like this. So login into account, email, password, and login button, and new here, create account. So this will go to sign up activity. And if you have forgot password, we will take email ID from user and we will send forget password link to the user. And this is our progress bar. So this is how our UI will look for login activity. So I will just show you. So I have added background image, then I have added text view which is for name calendar app. Then I have added another text view which shows login to account. Then I have added one edit text for taking email ID from the user. Second, edit text for taking password from the user. Then I have added button for login. Then I have added another text views, two text views. First is for new year. So when we will click on this, nothing will happen. But when we will click on this create account text view, it will go to the sign up activity. So for that, I have separated these two text views because I just want to click on the create account and then I want to go on sign up activity. For that I have taken this one string into two different text views. So okay, and progress bar which will be hidden, and also sorry, and also the forget password text view. So when we will click on this forget password, we will take email from user and will send link to password reset link to that email. So this is how our UI will look like. Now let's go to backend. So for backend, I will add global variables first. So these are our global variables. So I have added global variables, and then I will add the reference part of each UI element. So now we have taken the references of all the UI elements, that is email text editor, password text edit, progress bar, login button, create account text view, and the forgot password text view. So these references will be here, and I have taken the instance of Firebase Auth. Okay. So Firebase Auth instance I have taken. So now what we will do, we will add the click listener activity for login button. Okay. So this method will get called when user will click on login button. So now what we will do, we will see what we have uh, done in this function method. So what I'm doing first, I am taking the email which user has added into email text edit into the string email, as well as I am taking password user has typed, and it will be stored in string password. Now again I am testing whether email is empty, password is empty or not, and whether password length is less than 6 or not. So it will set error if anything has that is email is empty or password is empty, it will set error. So this is for our checking exceptions. Now progress bar, so we are logging into, so I am visibility of progress bar will be visible. So now progress bar will be shown on the screen. So now the next method, we want to sign in using email and password. So for Firebase Auth, there is one method that is sign in with email and password. So we are calling this method and we are passing the parameters email ID and password to them. And we are adding the listener to this task, that is complete listener, add on complete listener. So when this task is completed, this complete listener will be called. So inside this on complete method, we are checking whether the task is successful or not. So if the task is successful, we are toasting that logged in successfully. User has logged in successfully, and we will change our activity, that is we will change our login activity to main activity, that is uh, main calendar activity. So we are starting the calendar activity here because we have logged in successfully. If not, then I am toasting the error and what is the task exception. And I am changing the visibility of progress bar to gone because the task is completed. So this is a small login part. This is very small. So also I will add one activity. Okay, so I will add one activity, empty activity. So what this activity will do, I will told you. This activity will be launcher activity and finish. So when suppose a user has logged in and he will close the app, and again he will start the app. So at that time we don't want to again him to log in. So what we will do, just when he will start the application, we will check whether the user is logged in or not. If not logged in, then we will send him to the login activity, and if it is logged in, then we will directly send him into the calendar activity. So for that we are using this. So for UI we will just add a progress bar. So I have just added progress bar, so it will show progress process is going on. So this is for UI, nothing different. And for backend, what we will do, I will add global variables first and main part. So okay, so I have taken the object of Firebase auth and progress bar, object of progress bar class. So now first, when on a create method, that is when activity is created, what we will do, uh, we will add the progress bar reference to the variable, and we will set visibility of progress bar as visible. So now progress bar will be visible, and after that we will take the instance of Firebase auth, and we will check whether the Firebase auth has current user or not. So if the current user is not null, that is we have the current user, then what we will do, we will we have current user, that is user is logged in. So what we will do, we will start the activity, main activity, calendar activity, and we will start that activity. And if the current if we don't have current user, that current user is null, then what we will do, we will start the activity of login. So here intent, new intent, uh, this activity, and we want to go to login activity, that is login.class, and we will start that activity. So at first it will check whether the user is logged in or not. If not logged in, it will start the activity of login, and if current user is logged in, then it will start main activity. So this is for starting the application. Okay, so I will just run this on my mobile. Just give me a second. Okay. Still, I will join using mobile. Any questions, guys? Okay. Okay, so I will now show you calendar app. Okay, this is our calendar app. So this is just new. So we don't have current users, so it is directly gone to the login page. So we don't have any login credentials. So what I will do, I will click on this create account button. So on create oh, we haven't added, I think. Okay, sorry. uh, okay. Just a minute, I will add this part. So I forgot this part actually. Sorry. So login part here. So okay. So when I will click on create account part, I will start the sign up activity, and for forget link text, what I am doing, that I will just explain you. So when we know the structure, when we click on the forget password, we get a pop-up to add email and to send it. So what I am doing, I am creating one edit text to take email input from user, and I am giving the reference of that edit text to this object reset mail. Then I am creating one alert dialog builder. So it will be like pop-up for us. So alert dialog will be created. And what I am doing, I am setting the title for that alert dialog as reset password. And the message will be set as enter your email to receive reset link. And I, in the view, what I am setting, that I am setting the edit text object, that is reset mail edit text, so the input user can give the input as email. And there are two buttons, one is positive button and oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, I think I haven't shared my screen. So, okay, so this is to start the activity of sign up. That is on clicking on create button, we will start the activity of sign up. And for the forward password link, what I am doing, I am taking one edit text uh, that is in the reset mail object and taking one new edit text into that. I am creating one alert dialog builder, which will be like pop-up for us. And I'm setting the title of that as reset password. I'm setting the message as enter your email to receive reset link. And in the view, I am setting the edit text. And then alert dialog has two buttons. One is positive button and one is negative button. So for positive button, I am using send. So the text for positive button will be send. And if we click on this button, what it will do, it will take the email user has typed into the string mail, and we will call one function of Firebase auth that send password reset email, and the parameter will be email given by user. So the password will be sent to this mail, and on success listener, I am toasting reset link set to your email. So the email to that email ID will be sent to reset the password of user. And if it is failed, the task is failed, then I am showing the error that reset link is not sent. And for negative button, I will just use cancel. So we don't have to do anything for negative button. It will close the dialog. So I haven't added anything. So this is the alert dialog password reset, and I am creating it and showing it on the screen. So okay, this is it. So I will show you now. Okay, so our app has opened. So when I will click on forgot password, wait 2 minutes. Create a context view. Right, this is right. Set on click listener. Just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. If you have any doubts, please ask them. Okay, so guys, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Sunanda, Shruti, if you have any doubts. Okay, so I have created one user, so I will just show you. So here I have created one user using email ID prasanrajpatil.barada@gmail.com. I have created it 12 November and sign in at 12 November, and this will be his unique user ID. So now I will show you the cloud Firestore database. So So here I have created one collection user. Inside that I have the document with unique user ID, and I have the fields, that is email prasanrajpatil.baradha and full name Prasanraj Patil and phone number. So this is my user information stored in the Firestore. So okay, this is now what I will do. I will just go to Advait's part where he has given the data into SQL database. So in that case, we will just what we will do. We will add that data to the Firestore, and we will the fetch data from the Firestore. So I will just go there. So I don't need. Okay, I will need UI in activity. So here is just one little change in UI of add event. So I will just go to that. Okay. So I have added one edit text extra for location. All the other part is same as Advait. Okay. Okay. So here I have just added one location edit text. Other part of Advait is as always as same. So and for activity, main activity, the Advait has used constant layout, and he has shown the UI like this. So I have just used a scroll view. So when events will be multiple, so suppose I have 5 to 6 events one day. So in that case, I can scroll my screen and see the events all. So that's why I have used a scroll view. So I will just explain it to you how I have used that. Okay, I didn't. Oh, sorry. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. Okay, so oops. Just give me a minute, guys. Sorry. Just give me a minute, guys. Sorry. Why did I tap that? What I was doing? Oh, oh. No, 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 no. Okay, 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 okay. Got it, got it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, sorry guys. I will just explain. Okay, so what I have done. So instead of this constraint layout, I will add scroll view, and inside this scroll view, what I will do, I will add linear layout with match parent, app content, okay, and linear layout. And I will add this text into that. Orientation will be vertical, okay. I want orientation vertical paste. So now I will just show you. So this is how my UI will look like, just same, but I have used vertical orientation. So every element will be added one by one in vertically. So first is my calendar view. After that I have add button. After that I have the name events and the list view, and at the bottom I have logout button. So this is scroll view. So this page can increase in vertically anyway, and we can scroll down till the end. So if it isn't fit in the mobile screen, no issue, we can scroll, just scroll. So that's why we use scroll view. So I will just explain you the process. So instead of constraint layout, we add scroll view. Inside scroll view, we add linear layout, and in linear layout, we add orientation as vertical. So if we add horizontal orientation, then what will happen? Instead of vertically arranging elements, it will arrange the elements in horizontally. So the uh, this down part will be blank. So here will be calendar. After that, here will be plus button. Here will be events. So such that it happens in horizontal orientation. So that's why I have used vertical information, that elements will be added vertically, and all other part is same. I have added calendar view. So here the elements which want to display, in which manner we want to display, in that manner we have to add elements. So first of all, I wanted to display calendar view, so I have to add calendar view. After that I wanted to display floating button, so I have to add floating button first. In constraint view we can add elements as we want in any manner, but in linear layout we have to add sequentially. So first calendar view, after that floating action button, after that text view for events, after that recycler view for displaying lists, and after that button to log out. So this is a scroll view, and inside that it is linear layout. So after that I will just go to main activity. So this part of Advait is same. I haven't changed anything. So instead of using get events from SQLite database, what we will do, we will add function get events from Firebase. And okay, so yeah, I have added this to string copy. So this is the string event title, which we have used for adding data into the Firestore, and we will need logout button, add event, floating point action button, Firebase auth, and Firestore copy. So floating point, add event button. No need to do this. Okay, add event button. Okay, add event button. Firebase auth object and Firebase Firestore object. So, and we will change the function, that is get events from Firebase database. Copy. So we will just change the this code. Paste. So okay. So what we are doing, so Advait has told the array list why we use array list. We use this array list to adapt inside the adapter, and when the adapter is changed, we notify that adapter is notify dataset is changed, that is array list is changed. So now what I have explained you how we are going to use our Firestore, that is events. In the events we will use the document as a year. Inside the document we will use sub collection with date and month, and inside that we will use the document name with the time. So for that, what I am doing, I am taking day, month and year. So I am changing this integer into string so that I can use that as a name for my document. So I have changed that integer into the string. After that, I have added the date string date, that is with day, dash and month, and I have converted it into the string. And I have taken the instance of Firestore here inside my object Firebase Firestore. And now what I am doing, I am executing the query to fetch data. So for fetching data, as Advait told you, for SQLite we have to first create data and then use fetch query. So here it is not required to first create, because it will automatically create the collections and documents we require. So here what it will do, it will go to Firestore collection will be events, then we have added document as years, so it will use name year, and inside that collection we want the collection with date, so we will use the date name. So now year will be 2020 and date will be 12/11. So, and inside this collection, we are executing the query of get. So this function will fetch all the data inside this collection. That is the date collection. So it will fetch all the documents inside that collection. And on complete listener, so when the task is completed, what we will do, we will check whether the task is successful. So if the task is successful, that is we have fetched all the documents inside this date, what we will do, we will first check whether it has any events or not. Suppose the task that is fetch data, if it has what we will do, we will fetch data dot get result. So this get result will give us all the data inside that document. So if we don't have any document inside this collection with date name, suppose 13 November, suppose tomorrow, we don't have any events, so this collection 13/11 will not have any document inside that. At that time we will check whether it is empty or not. Suppose it's empty, we don't have any document in there, so what we will do, we will just return from the function. Otherwise, if we have documents inside this collection, we will use for loop, that is for every document snapshot we will iterate one variable with name document, and the array list will be this task.get result. So this get result will give us the list of all the documents inside that collection. So for every document, what we will do now, as I have told you, I am storing the documents with the name of hours and in minutes. So this is his ID, document ID. So what I am doing, I am taking the document ID and splitting it with the colon. So with colon, I will get first, that is split. So I will just explain you what I will get. Split 0 will be my hours, and split 1 will be my minutes. So when I will split this document ID using colon, for the first string, that is split 0, I will get hours number, and for second string I will get minutes. So now what I am doing, as Advait has created events. So I will just go to his events. Here. What I am doing, I am adding string location, and I'm adding this extra part. I don't have this. I'm adding location part here, extra location, and I will add just one method, public string get location return location. So this is okay. So and I will add this to events adapter. So when I am first setting the first text into the adapter, I will just add event.get title plus slash t dash slash t plus event dot get location. So first part will be for event is title, that is Android Workshop 3. Location will be Google Meet, and below that we will show date and timing. So this is it. So for every document type, what we are doing, we are creating event object event with first. Okay, so now document. So we have document, every document. So inside document, we want to fetch the data inside document. That is okay here. This document has this data in a JSON format. So I want to fetch this data. So what I'm doing, I'm using document dot get data. So I will get the data which is inside their document, and now I want the data with name event name. So I have used this string, so I will just explain it. So here my final string is event name, which has the value event title, and event location, which has value location. So what I am doing, I am fetching data with event name. So it will fetch event name, that is here event title, which will be my Android Workshop 3, and the location will be Google Meet. So I am fetching data event location, which will be Google Meet, and then I am passing day, month, year, and first percent split 0, that is hours, and percent split 1, that is minutes. So this will be added to this event, and I am adding this to the my array list of events. So for every document, it will create one event, and it will add that event into the array list of events, and it will set that to, it will change it will give information to adapter that notify dataset had changed, because we are we have cleared first this array and then added events according to the given. So we will notify to the adapter that is array list is updated. And if suppose this task is not successful, that we can't fetch data from the collection, then it will show that error getting documents, and it will give the exception, it will print the exception. That's it for taking main activity. Okay. Okay, so this is main activity for fetching the data. Now we will check how to add data into our Firebase. So for that, I will just change the name save events to Firebase, and so now we will add our part of change events to there, main activity.java, add events.java. I will require string name tag copy, Firestore object copy. We will change our function copy. Okay, so I will just explain you guys what I have done. So now add event to Firebase. So we want how to add a event to Firebase. So I will what we are doing that we are taking title, location, date, time, and save. So we want to add this all in our database. So what I will do, we will start and we will take the title, event title from the title edit text inside a string event title. So here is get text which of event title edit text. So we are taking text which has user put into the event title into the string event title. Same for event location. We are taking text of user in have typed into the location text box into event location string. Then I am creating a string of year, then for a date and for time. So for time, these are the global variables, this dot year, this dot day, month, which Advait has taken in the last session. So for r, what I'm doing, this dot r and colon this dot minutes. So this is how our document will be have string name. So what I'm doing now, I'm taking the instance of Firestore, and then I'm taking the document reference. So document reference, what document I want. So for a document, I want collection which has name events. Inside that, I want the document of year, which is we have taken 2020. Inside the 2020 document, I want the collection of date, that is 12 11, which we have taken here. And inside that we want the document of time, that is 11 10 10 colon 00. So this is how we have taken the reference of the document we want to store our data. And now I am taking one hash map. So in the documents, I have the year, I have the date, and I have the time. So I want to only add part, that is event title and location. So what I'm doing, I'm creating hash map and adding the part of event title and location. And I am setting that information into the document with the time. So on success, it will show that on success event is created, and on failure, it will show the exception. What was the exception in adding? This is the code for add event. So now I will just run this. Okay, I will add event. Just a minute. Okay, title Android workshop 3, location Google Meet, date, today's date, okay, and time 10 o'clock, okay. So I have added data. Let's check. So yes, so I have added data. So new collection of events is created. Inside that we have the document with name 2020, and inside that we have a date, that is 12/11, today's date, 12/11 document. Inside that we have the time document. This is the collection 12/11, and inside that we have time document, that is at a 10 o'clock. So what is at 10 o'clock? I have Android Workshop 3 and location is Google Meet. So yes, right. So I will just share my mobile screen and I will show you that part. Also, I will show you how real-time database works. So, okay. So here, uh, suppose I added one event, that is, I want to take a technical meeting, take meet. Location will be Google Meet, and I want to take it on 12 November today. I want to take it today, and the time is suppose I want to take it at 5 p.m. So I will add this event on my database, and I will just click on 12 again. So here I get two events now. I have the Android workshop at 10 a.m. and I have a Google Meet Tech Meet at 5 p.m. So it's just showing. So now what will happen if suppose Advait has same calendar, and he when he will click on 12, he will get this events list, because we have a central database. So I will what I will do, I am on my cloud Firestore, so I will just change my event title name here. So what I will do, Android workshop 3, I will just use Firebase seminar webinar. I have updated this value, and just like here I get Firebase webinar. I have updated the value from my laptop on my Firestore that I want Firebase webinar, and I'm getting that information on my mobile. So now every app will be connected on a single central database here. So guys, do you have any questions? Did you understand this part? Vinit, Sunanda, do you have any questions? Okay, so we have, okay, so now we have added authentication, sign up, login, but we also want to log out from the app. So for that, we will add the part here. So for that, we will add a part, a button, show data. Okay, this is add event activity, main activity, main activity. and I want logout button. So yes, copy. So we also want to log out from our application. So for that, what we will do, we will add this part here. So when we'll click on logout button, so what will we do? We will get the instance of Firebase auth, and we will sign out the user from Firebase auth, and we will open the activity login again. So okay, so this is okay. We didn't add logout button reference, so we will add the reference of logout button. So activity logout button, yeah, logout button. So right, okay. So I will just share my mobile screen. So this is the part. For 14 we have the limit. For 12 we have, so this is the scroll view, so I can scroll up and down. So okay, let's see. I will add another event. So okay, so I have, suppose, preparation meet on Google Meet, date 12, time is 6 o'clock. So, so now my logout button is can't I can't see my logout button because it's beyond my mobile screen limitation. So I will just scroll up and I will get the logout button here. So I can scroll in this scroll view. So I if the events are much more, so it can't fit in my mobile. So at that time we can use scroll view. So this is it. I can log out from here. So I will go on again login screen. I will add just my email ID and password. So I am logged in successfully and I can again use my part here. Okay, so any doubts, guys, or any queries? Okay, so we can stop here I think this is it. This will clear your Firebase, how to use authentication and Firestore. So I have just one more detail that I have used this part, that I have events, then year, then date and month and time, and I can add there. So suppose many of people are in different organizations, such as I am in V Labs, in DSC also, and in SS. So what we can do, we can create different organizations also. So what we can do, inside the events, we can add organizations, that is SS, DSC, VLabs, and TEDx, and all that. And suppose user logins to SS organization, then he can view only the SS events. If he logins into the TEDx, then he can view only the events of TEDx. So for that, we can use such type, that events, inside that we can have organizations name, inside that date and timing. So I think this is it. Uh, Thank you so much for attending this session. I'm passing it to Pranita or Vinod.
Yeah, thank you guys for attending the session. I know the amount of audience is few because it was the third session, and we understand it. We will be uploading the session on YouTube. So if your friends have missed the session, then please ask them to watch it on YouTube. Thank you. Prasanna, we can end the meeting, I guess.